It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bills' veteran quarterback got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Bills and the Browns coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be Case Keenum, the 6'1 QB out of the University of Houston.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 39, Keenum. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Singletary loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to about the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Browns at 5-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Cade York on now for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Keenum. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Keenum. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Keenum. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Deep to return is Nikel Roby-Coleman. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Up the middle. It's Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now Keenum. That's caught by his tight end Dawson Knox. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And here's Matt Araiza now. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Week 11 in the NFL, and the playoff race is starting to take shape. And we got a couple of good divisional matchups coming up in primetime this week. First tonight, the Bengals and Steelers from Heinz Field. And then tomorrow night, you and I on a plane after this one ends, going down to Mexico City and Estadio Azteca for the 49ers and Cardinals. And that is going to be a fascinating game to call and watch. And one of us almost missed it. I'll spare you the long story, but my passport was expired. But thanks to the expedited option, got it in time, and off we go down south. Brissett now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 13. 87 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brissett. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Now Cade York for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. To throw is Keenum. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Keenum going right back to Knox, and again a completion. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play. but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On third down, Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Austin. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Singletary trying the left side. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Screenplay, Johnson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as
Roughing
well.
the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Brissett. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Brissett. Steps up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing now is Keenum. Looking sideline, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Keenum. Complete. It's Johnson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett throwing the out route and complete. It's Schwartz. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Open man is Gordon, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
To try again after the sack. Keenum, he'll get this one complete to Davis. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Keenum now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Brissett's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Keenum's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Keenum to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to Singletary. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Keenum. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Keenum.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit.
A 33-yarder from the left hash.
The kick by Bass is good.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett right back to Cooper, and he got him again. First down, Brissett. Able to get this to Gordon. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Chubb will get the call running left, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a 1st down That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A 1st down throw for Brissett.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On first down, it's Keenum. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. This is caught at the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Keenum. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Keenum. And Diggs has it.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.